So I am working in tech for the last more than 3 years. And if someone asks me, should I choose IT as a career? And my answer is not a straight yes. And not because the IT is dead, but because the average person is going to struggle badly. And this industry is already giving us a clear warning signals. I must break down few of the signals which you might have noted in these IT industries. Irrespective of your experience level, whether you might be a fresh out of your graduate and aspiring to become a software developer or any of the position in these IT industries, or you might have a mid-level experience or you might be senior level persons, there are few signals that you must not avoid, which is a kind of risk in your career for the next 2 to 3 years. So the first one here is fresher hiring. As we already know that most of the companies in this IT sector has already reduced the hiring process for the freshers, and few of the companies even has almost stopped hiring the freshers. So why it is so important to actually hire the freshers in this industry or whatever the industry it is? Because let me just ask you one simple question. When you first got your first job, maybe you might have done your graduation in BTech, BSc in computer science, maybe BE, or might be BCA or MCA, whatever it is. You have first done your graduation, and then after you started working with one of the companies, and then companies used to hire in a mass, and now this process has already been changed. So what is happening in this era? And so here we have already observed that most of the companies or HR are just expecting the experienced person to get into the company to start working with. And if the fresher is not getting an opportunity because they have no such experience before, but if they have no such experience, how they will get an opportunity to start working with? So we are just getting into the loop, and most of the fresher are now struggling a lot, especially in this industry. And they are not just competing with the fresher only, because the layoff has already happened and this has affected the industry. So the comparison with them is not just for the fresher only, but with the middle level or most of the senior level positions, because we know that company are just expecting the senior and experienced person. So what it is actually happening in this way? When you got hired from the companies, at that times company used to hire in mass, so that after maybe few months, 5 to 6 months of training, you will be able to get in any one of the project. So after deployment of you in one of the client's project, they can make money out of this. But this is not happening anymore. So what it is something that has already been changed, and these are the reason that they have already stopped or maybe almost reduced to not to hire the fresher. And if it is happening, there is a big question that it is a very strong signals about their business pipeline, because we know the primary reason was previously to invest on you and make out of you, but now it has completely changed. There is a shift in this foundation of their business pipeline. And another reason we have here is the H1 visa things, because this has already been so much costly than previously it was, and most of the person is not so much motivated to get into these IT sectors. And that is one of the reason that number of the peoples going to USA has already been reduced, and most of them who used to think of IT as a one of the dream career is not so much of fancy for them now. And most of them were used to think of the IT sector as one of their dreams, or is no longer of their dreams. And the another reason we have here is the middle level layoffs are now a reality, because we know that most of the company has already stopped hiring the freshers, and if they are just reducing the manpowers or the talents, then why they actually would need those of mid level managers or maybe the coordinators? So this is what actually the very clear reasons. If you have been in this IT industry, you might have experienced this as well. And another reason here we have is, if any of the companies planning to hire any of the talents, they first check and analyze if it can be automated by using this AI or any of the automation tools, and then only they consider hiring the talents. So this is actually one of the fundamental shift in their businesses. Before they even consider hiring for any of the talents, which might take some of the investments. Is there any possible way that can already be done, or that can also have an opportunity to actually make things easier and cost effective way with a limited resource pool? Why would not they consider to go with that option itself instead of going with the talent? So this is what actually also one of the reasons and a strong signal that we have to be so much prepared enough towards this business shift and the fundamental of these businesses. So here we have the few options that we definitely consider the most. So in this case, we definitely have to be so much prepared and focus on targeting those GCC companies like large banking, retail and manufacturing industries, because now it is evolving in this industry of India itself. And other option we definitely have to consider is we also have to consider these SaaS based companies. It might be startup companies, might be product based company which has the healthcare or these finance departments industries. And now another option we definitely have to consider is we must focus on targeting to be a remote global role, because here in this case it is very hard, I can understand also, to get a remote opportunities, but definitely we must keep trying on this, because we know that H1B has already affected and most of the people and the talent is not visiting outside of the country. Definitely they would love to offer the position according to your expertise in the field. So why not to try this? And for sure we have to focus on this point as well, that in this fast paced AI era we also have to consider and go deeper in one specific futuristic skills. It might include AI, it might include machine learning, data, cybersecurity, AI and automation. It might be AR, VR, might be the blockchain technologies, whatever it is. You just have to consider one of the specific field, just go deeper in it and have an expertise on those fields. Or you might consider any domain specific level expertise in any one of the business sector. And that would be more helpful for us to stay relevant for the upcoming years in this industry of IT. Because this futuristic skill is the only insurance for your career in these upcoming years in these IT industries. And also we must consider this, we definitely have to stay away from the general coordinator or manager positions without having any kind of technical skills. So in this case, whether we must have any technical skills or we must consider to go with one specific domain knowledge, so that it will be helpful for us to stay relevant in the market according to the requirement. So there must be combination of managerial skills along with that of technical skills or any specific business domain skills. And so those are the four obvious and strong signals we have already explored, and we must know before even get into this IT industry, or if any of the aspiring software developer or maybe any of the position they want to get into these IT sectors, they really have to be very good at it. Because if they are not so much interested in this field, they are not going to go with these things for so long. Because we know that it is not the services market anymore. Support or coordination or manual job has already been reduced. So we must focus on something. The person who would be having a keen interest to get into the IT sectors, or maybe having a very good at it and love to solving the complex problems of the business needs, definitely they are going to thrive, not just survive. And if you are someone who is so much interested to get into this IT industry and may have some kind of fear, or you might be afraid that whether we should get into this IT industries or not, you have already the clear answer. So should we panic in these fundamental shift of these businesses pipeline and affecting the employment in these IT sectors? Definitely you check out this video and you will get a complete clarity, and there would be no such confusion about this before you enter into these IT industries, instead of just making a regret later on. So if you are going to choose your career blindly, do not do this. Just enter into this field if you're genuinely interested in this, because if you're going to be below average or maybe average, you're going to struggle a lot. And here in this industry, if you're very good, you're going to get more of the reward you can't even imagine. Hope you were able to resonate with this, and if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Definitely I will go through those, and let me know what you think about these industries of IT nowadays. If you have any concern, please let me know. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. I will go through it once.